That's what we're talking.
That's what we're talking, baby.
Are we talking?
Yes, what is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So this vlog is going to have two intros and I'm going to explain why. So on race day, the clocks actually went back in Europe, but they don't change the clocks in Morocco. However, all of my devices were electronical and they went back automatically. So like my phone, my Garmin, all my Garmins. So basically I'm waltzing down to transition in the morning thinking, yeah, lovely, got an hour. Turned up to transition and the race had already started about 20 minutes before. So I had to sprint into transition with my stuff because I had to put my cycling shoes, my nutrition, my Garmin, everything on my bike because obviously I hadn't done it. Got in there, got about a foot away from my bike. The race director runs over to me. He was like, "What are you doing?" Obviously he's French. And I said, "Oh, sorry, mate. I've only just turned up here. The clocks went back and they don't change in Morocco." He was like, "Of course they don't change in Morocco." I was like, "All right, mate, let it go." He was like, "If you touch your race bike, I'm going to DQ you right now." I was like, "Can I just put my nutrition on it and I'll put my shoes and everything on my bag?" He went, "No, you cannot." I was like, "Mate, please." And he was like, "No, if you touch that bike, I'm going to DQ you." So I was like, "Oh, great. I bet you're fun at parties." So I basically had to run over to my bags, throw my shoes and everything in. Shoes, nutrition. I'd forgot to put my Garmin on my bike. And yeah, and then basically, I don't know if anyone knows, but putting on a swimsuit is basically, it takes a wetsuit takes a bit of time because you don't want to rip it. So there's probably only about 50 people left to start the race. I'm there stripping down, trying to get my wetsuit on. I got it up to my thing, and then I'm sprinting down the beach, trying to zip it up like this. "Wait for me." It's like a scene out of Mrs. Doubtfire, you know, when she's hopping over the thing. She's like, "Help is on the way, dear." There was this one woman that was left to start when I actually got to the start line, and they were like filming her for the promo. Like, you know, she's there, everyone's clapping, "Oh yeah, I hope you have a great race." And then I'm just bowling down there, sprinting, or like, oh, it was crazy, man. And everyone's looking at me like, "What on earth is this geezer doing?" So anyway, I made the swim start. And that's why this vlog has got two different parts to it. So I hope you enjoy the video. We didn't get as much filmed on race day because obviously it was just super chaotic. I didn't even know if they were going to let me start the race. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Yes, what is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So it is race day here at 70.3 Agadir. Just headed down to transition now. So I think the clocks don't change. So the clocks went back in the UK and all over Europe last night. But I think they don't change the clocks in Morocco from what I've seen online. So hopefully, anyway, we're not going to be late, let's put it that way. So yeah, heading down to transition, I'm going to set everything up. The weather's going to be super, super good today. So yeah, anyway, let's get down there, let's set it up. I don't want to ramble. I had some leftover pizza for breakfast this morning, some sweets. So
home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner like all in, lit the fire when you doubted, now I'm all in, put me with the best, bring the stars in, undefeated mode, no falling, doubted when I lost, slide back when I win, fade and pay the cost, but I rose through thick and thin, battles and the scars, see them on my skin, they tried to knock me out, but I'ma fight it to the end, and there's no days off, I'm just resting up a little, know it pays off, I'm just stuck up in the middle, knock some weight off, I've been carrying for years, and I'm not worried, I got no fear. Home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner like all in, lit the fire when you doubted, now I'm all in, put me with the best, bring the stars in, undefeated mode, no falling. Hey you, hey down there, see you stop and stare, cause you're
that was absolutely chaotic as anything. So the start this morning, I was the very last person to start. They almost weren't going to let me start because of the clocks. The clocks went back in Europe, but in Morocco they don't change the time, they keep the same time. So I only just made the start of the race. But yeah, we've done well here today. So new PB for me, 4:24. So extremely happy. Anyway, we'll go into the delves and dives of it a bit later on, but yeah, it was basically like a game of Pac-Man today. I was just going through the whole field, just trying to nip people off, but I didn't have a clue where I was. It was basically like an individual time trial, but I didn't really feel like I was in the race. But yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, get showered. Maybe we might be going to the award ceremony, but if not, I know a little beer spot around here, and that's the thing that I'm very good at. They taste better in an Arabic country. Even I can find a beer. There it is. I just sent over in this restaurant out here, he just sent over some olives and he gave me a free pint. Lovely, lovely people. He said, I'm very proud of you, my friend. Very proud of you too, brother. Keep the beers coming, brother. They call me the Paul Gascoigne of triathlon. He's off again. He just sent these over. He said, because you did so well today, I'm going to send these over. They're on me. Lovely, lovely chap. So yeah, he sent all of these over for on him. What a geezer. An Ebenezer. Lovely view. Wallop.
Look at this.
That's what we're talking.
That's what we're talking, baby.
Are we talking?
You're the big boss.
No, I'm not the boss. I'm only working. I'm saying to be nice to you.
Wow, look at that, eh? You got me up there.
This is pepper sauce.
Peppercorn sauce.
Again. Vegetables. With the garlic, ginger, olive oil.
Yeah.
The chips.
Thank you so much, my friend. You're the bugs. Wow.
Start with lamb chops.
Because I did so well.
Start with lamb chops.
All right, we'll do. Because I did so well, he's sorted me right out. I said, yeah, I'll have a bit of a mixed grill. I didn't expect this. It's going to be a family of 10.
Okay, food all done. We're now off to the award ceremony. Nice little sunset tonight. So yeah, now off to the award ceremony. Yeah, obviously I've come 5th, so I'm in with a little bit of a shot. So I don't know. But the new way they work it out is it goes into a performance pool. So they pick like the best times and stuff from people. So I don't know, but fingers crossed. If it happens, it happens. If not, I'm having 21 pints instead and a tear up. I'm joking. Fucking knew I should have listened in French. Understand a bloody word he said. This could be a long couple of hours.
It will take approximately 45 minutes, but we will ask you to be quiet and we want to hear.
Okay, race debrief time. So obviously you know everything that happened about the start of the race and how chaotic it was. However, despite all of that, I had my best ever race at a 70.3 distance, my best ever time. And actually the race actually went super, super well for me, despite everything that went on. So I'm not too sure how that works, but it did. So we start with the swim. Obviously the swim start, I was sprinting down the beach to try and make the swim start. I only just made the swim start by the skin of my knackers. I was the very, very last athlete in the water. So I chose to swim right over to the left-hand side so I'd have clear water to swim in. Otherwise I would have been swimming in and around 500 plus athletes. So swam over to the left-hand side, had a decent start. With this race, I was planning to just swim at my level. I wasn't trying to go out and trying to think, right, okay, let's try and swim above what I can swim, because I usually fade in the last 500 meters of the swim and die and get a worse time. So I swam 33 minutes. It was a pretty easy course to swim. It had like 3 turns in. Yeah, had 3 turns in. I swam 33 minutes, which I was super happy with. Coming out of the water, looking down at my watch, thought, okay, that's not too bad for me. So coming out of the water, quickly get the wetsuit ripping that off me, sprinting up the beach. Obviously, I knew I had to put my cycling shoes on. I had to grab my nutrition. So did all of that, get my helmet on, sunglasses, all of that gear. Coming out of transition, they pulled me. So the day before, I'd asked 4 different officials, do you have to put your race belt on the bike? None of them could give me a clear answer. None of them knew. We said, we don't really know. I'm thinking, well, surely you know. If you don't know, how am I supposed to know? So anyway, I chose not to put my race belt in my bike bag. They pulled me for it. They said, no, you need to put your race belt on. So I had to run back in, get my race belt out of my run bag, put that on, and then get back out onto the bike. So anyway, coming onto the bike, I come out of the transition, sprinted out of there. So for the first 25 to 35 minutes, I was pumping out way too many watts than I should have done. And I was really thumping it. But I needed to feel like I was in the race, and I wanted to catch back up to like the front pack, if you know what I mean. I knew I was never going to do it because they'd already had like 20 minutes on me. But I wanted to like see how many people I could get back up and in front of, because I wanted to feel like I was in the race. So I did that. I had a decent bike. There was loads of drafting going on, but I couldn't get involved in that because I couldn't worry about what they were doing, because if I did that, I would lose my head. My head was already over the gaff anyway. So I had about 6 of them sat on my wheel from about mile 30 to mile 56, and they weren't doing any work. And I was just thinking, well, they're massively behind me anyway. So I had a good bike. Average power was just shy of 300 watts, and I biked 2 hours and 15 minutes. So it was decent. I was pretty happy with that. It was a nice course. Just trying to keep myself cool on the bike. So going through all the aid stations, grabbing the water, keeping myself cool, drinking a bit, throwing it. And off. Coming back into transition, had a good transition, nice speedy one. I needed a quick wee, which I took, and then it was out onto the run. So on the run, I come off the bike, and it was the best that my legs had ever felt coming off the bike. I started looking down at my watch, and I was running 6-minute miles, and I was thinking, oh, this feels pretty nice actually. So I did that for like 2 miles, and I was thinking, okay, don't do that because you could blow yourself up here. Dropped it back to 6:30. It was getting hot and hot, as you can imagine. Obviously, I was a bit later starting, so I had that heat a little bit longer. Kept myself cool. I just settled into a pace of 6:30, and I maintained that up until about mile 10. At about mile 10, the wheels just started to come off a little bit, and it just started to fade a little bit. But I ran a 1:27 half marathon off the bike, which I was super, super happy with. And that gave me 23rd overall and 5th in my age category. Sadly, I didn't get a world champ slot because they only gave away 1 in my age group, which is a little bit disappointing. But I'm super happy with the race. Overall time of 4 hours and 24 minutes, which is my best ever 70.3 distance. He's a nightmare, he is. So my best ever 70.3 distance. So yeah, it was although all the adversity that we'd overcome in that day, it was actually my best ever race. Right, so I had to get out of Morocco. Just landed in Dublin. I've got 4 hours to burn. So I don't know what this vlog's going to be like, but can we sink a few in Dublin City in 4 hours and get back to the airport? They actually escorted me on the plane in Morocco because of the drone. So you'd have thought as a fugitive the way they were going on. Absolutely ridiculous. And I had to pay 200 dirhams to get my drone back because they had to store it. So I had to pay them to store it. So I'm getting escorted to the plane because I got a drone. Right, okay, so I've had about 6 pints. Bad. I booked 2 nights in Dublin, so bike box and all. Yeah, so we're now going to go meet Anna. I'm staying in a room, a double bedroom in the centre of Dublin, right opposite the Temple Bar. So let's go meet Anna. I don't think I'll get her on film. Hopefully Anna's tasty. So a little room in a house share. Bosh, 70 jib a night. Slap bang in Dublin. Yeah, we're going to spend the next few nights in Dublin. I had to get out of Morocco. I wasn't happy being in Morocco anymore. I just didn't feel easy staying there anymore. So I booked the first available flight and it was here. The first available flight that was to Europe was Dublin. And I thought, okay, we could go to Dublin. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's get out. And let's lick Dublin up. So yeah, just arrived down at the, I've gone to the Temple Bar because it is the most iconic place in Dublin, in my opinion anyway. It looks fucking beautiful to be fair, so let's sink about 21 Guinnesses in here. Best. 3, 2, 1, we're on. Why you shit?
What's going on?
Step out beside the fireplace.
Right, so I've reached the temple bar. I've just met with Harry from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And he's into boxing and he's friends with Joe Parker.
Yeah. Showing about the results of the weekend, but
So Harry was at the fight last night, wasn't he?
yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't go their way. Wardley won, but anyway, it doesn't really matter, Harry, does it? Because we're singing a few beers.
Still celebrate.
We are. Cheers, brother. Good man. Now I've just met this geezer, and he's from Canada. I'm teaching him about Cockney rhyming slang. Another one is Ebenezer. An Ebenezer, what do you think an Ebenezer is?
A dickhead with too
much money.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
No. So an Ebenezer means a geezer.
An old guy.
A geezer. Or a fridge freezer. It means you're a fucking bloke. It means you're a good geezer. It means you're fucking bred up.
So what, a geezer to us is like an old guy. You're a grumpy, crusty ass geezer. Like you don't want to talk to anybody. You're old.
You're a geezer. You're an Ebenezer. You're a Bacardi Breezer.
A Bacardi Breeze.
A Julius Caesar. Matthew, mate, and we're having a few beers, hiccups, hot that dogs, yeah. Loves it. Cheers, mate.